Alright everybody, it's been a while, but I'm trying to get back into videos. It's really close. Sorry guys. A lot of things have happened over the year. But today I wanted to do this like around the time of June, for LGBTQ, but things have been going crazy in my life, so today I want to talk about Brandon Teena. Let's see here. I'm trying to do things a little different because I don't have a lot of time to edit. Like, I work full time. I have a life. So I'm going to try to do something a little different. I'm going to show the pictures like I used to off of another phone onto the screen, just so you know. But yeah, Brandon Teena was 21 years old. He was an American trans man who was raped and later, along with Philip Devine and Lisa Lambert, murdered in Humboldt, Nebraska. And here's a picture of... One second. I thought I had the right thing up. Alright, this is of his mom holding up the pictures of him when he was little. Let's see if I can get a look at it. Alright. Let's see here. It's kind of impromptu too. I'm waiting to do an interview and I have like forever to wait. So, okay. Let's see here. His life and death were the subject of the films Brandon Teena Story and Boys Don't Cry. They also illustrated that legal and medical discrimination contributed to Teena's violent death, Teena's murder, along with that of Matthew Shepard nearly 5 years later, which, as you can see, I did a video about a couple of years ago of Matthew Shepard. I'm thinking about redoing some videos a little bit more like this or something. Let's see. Led to increased lobbying for hate crime laws in the United States. Let's see here. Brandon Teena was never his legal name. It is uncertain the extent to which this name is used prior to his death. But, like, let's see here. Here's another picture of him. I mean, he pretty much spent most of his time as a man. And some sites said that he tried to, like, woo women into liking him. Here's the two that killed him. I should have cropped it. I didn't though. Oh well. This is from the New Yorker. These are the two that killed him. But, yeah, they tried to say that he pretended to be a man and completely, like, well, we'll get into that. I don't want to jump ahead. Let's see here. His mother and friend and family didn't even, it's all backwards, but they didn't acknowledge his being transgender. But people have gone through and redone, like, put papers over his gravesite, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see here. Brandon Teena was never legal his name. Let's see here. It is the name most commonly used by the press and other media. Other names may include his legal name, as well as Billy Brinson and Tina Ray. This is his life now. Let's show another little picture of him when he has another little picture. Let's see here. I've got too many pictures on here of him. Let's see here. Here's when he was little. I think his mom really tried to, like, as girly as possible. Most parents do to start out with, but here, him and his mom. He was born on December 19th, 12, 1972 in Lincoln, Nebraska, to Joanne Brandon. His father died in a car accident in Lancaster County 8 months before he was born. Joanne named him her second child. This is what gets me. It's kind of silly. Like, okay. After their German Shepherd dog. Why would you name your kid after a dog? Teena Marie. Teena. So Tina Murray. Teena, and his older sister, Tammy, lived with their maternal grandmother in Lincoln before they were reclaimed by their mother. When Tina was 3 years old and Tammy was 6, they lived in the Pine Acre Mobile Home Park in northeast Lincoln. So it doesn't sound like he had a very good life, to start with. Let's see. Like, I have so many pictures. I want to make sure I get a lot of them in here. Because here's another picture of him. Not a very good picture, but see here. And this is under fair use. She's really a star. Like, and there's gonna be some graphic pictures here, but I was told, like, when I was trying to do another case, I'm gonna sue you if you use my pictures. But everything that's used in an educational video like this is fair use. Like, you cannot. This is for educational purposes. Like, you cannot. And what I say is alleged, like how I feel. And I show you the progressive of his transitioning. And of course, back then, like, you didn't have a lot of options for hormones and surgery and everything like we do now, thankfully, because I don't see how anybody could feel like themselves before that. You know what I mean? He passed very well, like, for not being able to get testosterone and stuff. He passed very well. Like, I don't know how anybody to, like stuff like this. Like, how do you, as a girlfriend, not notice that he's trans? Like, that's just my opinion. But, like when I was with Anthony's Haunted Rituals, you could still kind of tell sometimes, just certain aspects, especially in the medical profession, like. But anyway, let's see here. Let's read some more about this. Joanne received disability checks and worked as a clerk in a women's retail store. As children, Tina and Tammy were sexually abused by their uncle for several years. I've noticed a lot of us, like, LGBTQ and stuff, have been sexually abused. It's kind of sad. Like, I don't know if it affects that or not, but let's see. Tina sought counseling for this in 1991. Joanne remarried once from 1975 to 1980. Family described him as being a tomboy since early childhood, usually one of the first clues. Tina began identifying as male during adolescence and dated a female student during this period. Again, how do you not notice? But his mother, until after he died anyway, which we'll get into again, rejected his male identity and continued referring to him as her daughter. On several occasions, Tina claimed to be intersexed. Let's see here. Unless, like, each paragraph I'm going to read off, I'm just going to stop for a minute and look for a picture or something. Because, like I said, I got so many. We won't get into the gory ones until I start getting into like, the murder, but this one is from Boys Don't Cry. It's the actor versus the actual Brandon. Or Billy, or you say, like, how do we do what to call him? They call him Brandon, so. And you say he passed so well. Like, I would never, like, unless I physically saw him and saw the hips and stuff. But even then, a lot of trans people, you can't tell even with the hips. Like, they were just born to be that way. And that's the thing is, too, like, you were born with certain aspects in your brain and certain aspects of your body that, if you maybe a mistake. Maybe it was a glitch. A lot of these, yeah, you can look up online, but it's just funner to like. And it's been a while since I started try to do this case, so I haven't really looked at this picture in a while either. But he's a handsome guy, like. We're talking like the 70s too, I think, if I remember correctly. And he's a handsome dude, like. Any more from me? Yeah. This is kind of dark, but I can already tell. Back then, we had such crappy pictures. You try to look at stuff from back then, you're like, how did I even know what to get a picture of? Of course, I'm old. Alright. Maybe looked at a few of them. Alright. Let's see. Teena and his sister attended St. Mary's Elementary School and PIUS X High School in Lincoln, where Teena was remembered by some as being socially awkward. During his second year, Teena rejected Christianity after he protested to a priest at PX regarding Christians' views on abstinence and homosexuality. He also began rebelling at school by violating the school dress code policy to dress in a more masculine fashion. I don't blame him. During the first semester of his senior year, a U.S. Army recruiter visited the high school, encouraging students to enlist in the Army, or the Armed Forces, Teena enlisted in the United States Army shortly after his 18th birthday and hoped to serve a tour of duty in Operation Desert Storm, right? Isn't it the same thing? However, he failed the written entrance exam by listing his sex as male. In December 1990, Teena went to Holiday Skate Park with his friends, biting his breast in order to pass as male. Again, if your friends would think you would, but yeah. This is one of his girlfriends at some point. Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, like, but, I mean, still, I don't get how you didn't know. Try not to show the gory pictures. This is his mom. Like, later on, like, this is a later picture of her, like, when they do, like, a, oops, oh no, where are you? This is kind of a prop too, I'm sorry. Okay. And yeah, she made a cute little girl, but I mean, he made a cute little. Whoa! Well, I just messed up completely, didn't I? It's because I'm looking at him. Yeah. I don't want to show that till later. Another picture of his mom. Look at the 80s. Show that a little later. Okay, let's see here. Crime scene photos. I'm sorry, I don't know if it bugs you guys to look at crime scene photos, but I really do think it's important to see what happened, you know? Let's see here. Those are the victims too. Alright, move forward. I think that's all the ones that are like for now. Let's see here. Went on to date with a 13-year-old girl. He also met the girl's 14-year-old friend, Heather, and began regularly presenting as male. In the months nearing his high school graduation, Teena became unusually outgoing and was remembered by classmates as a class clown because he finally discovered who he was, you know. Teena also began skipping school and receiving failing grades and was expelled from PS High School. in June 1991. 3 days before high school graduation in the summer of 1991, Teena began his first major relationship with Heather. Teena was first employed as a gas station attendant in an attempt to purchase a trailer home for himself and his girlfriend. His mother, however, did not approve of his relationship. Of course she didn't. Although, she looks like a jerk. I'm sorry, my personal opinion. And convinced her daughter to follow Teena in order to find out whether Teena's relationship with Heather was platonic or sexual. Like, it's none of your business. In January 1992, again, because they say that he pretended to be male, like he would tell these women he was male. Like, how did they not know? Like, they were literally say, "Oh, I didn't even know he was female." Let's see. In January 1992, Teena underwent a psychiatric evaluation, which concluded that Teena was suffering from severe sexual identity crisis. Things have changed so much. He was later taken to the Lancaster County Crisis Center to ensure that he was not suicidal. I'd be suicidal if I wasn't able to be myself. He was released from the center 3 days later and began attending therapy sessions, sometimes accompanied by his mother or sister. Who can open up to a therapist with his mom or sister who both don't believe in him being a him? He was reluctant to discuss his sexuality during these sessions, but eventually revealed that he had been raped. The counseling session ended 2 weeks later. In 1983, after some legal trouble, Teena moved to the Falls City region of Richardson County, Nebraska, which you saw in some of the pictures previously. He had a picture from when he got arrested. Let's see here. Richardson, where he presented as a cisgender man. He presented himself as he is, a man. He became friends with several local residents. After moving to the home of Lisa Lambert, she began dating Lambert's friend, 18-year-old Lana Tisdale, and began associating with ex-convicts John L. Litter and Darvin Thomas Tom Neeson. On December 19, 1993, Teena was arrested for forging checks. Tisdale used money from her father to pay Teena bail. Because Teena was in the female section of the jail, Tiz didn't learn that he was transgender. Yeah, because that was when she found out, right? When Tisdale later questioned Teena about his gender, he told her he was hermaphrodite, pursuing a sex change operation, and they continued dating. And he lost, he's a little different. I don't know if anybody's seen somebody who's transgender, or not transgender, but hermaphrodite, but you have both parts. Like, you can't exactly be like, oh, I don't have a penis anymore. Or I don't have a penis and a pussy, like a vagina. Sorry. Let's see here. In a lawsuit regarding the film adaptation Boys Don't Cry, this was disputed by Tisdale. Teen's arrest was posted in the local paper under the birth name, and his acquaintances learned that he was assigned female at birth. Rape. Okay, this is the rape and murder section. So, again, I'm going to put a warning. Just be warned, this is graphic. The description is graphic. The pictures I'm going to be showing is graphic. Let's see here. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. The Smith Nutters. Somehow it just freaking... Oh my god, I hope it didn't just delete for some weird reason. Oh, no. No. There we go. Sorry, you guys. And I'm not going to edit this stuff out because I don't have time. During a Christmas Eve party, Neeson and Lauder grabbed Teena and forced him grab Brandon. Well, it didn't anyway, and forced him to remove his pants, proving to Tisdale that Teena had a vulva. That Brandon had a vulva. Tisdale looked only when forced and said nothing, because she already knew. Come on now. You can't live with somebody, have sex with somebody and not notice. Lauder and Neeson later assaulted Teena and forced him into a car. They drove to an area by a meat packing plant in Richardson County, where they assaulted and gang raped him. They then returned to Neeson's home, where Teena was ordered to take a shower. Brandon escaped from Neeson's bathroom by climbing out of the window and went to Tisdale's house. He was convinced by Tisdale to file a police report through Neeson, and Lauder had warned Teena not to tell the police about the gang rape or they would silence him permanently. Teena also went to the emergency room where standard rape kit was assembled, but later lost. So here, we're getting to the juicy parts. I have a picture of him in the hospital. And we'll get to the cop that didn't believe him or was questioning him, and I might have to quit here in a minute, but I'll finish right after. When I go to my interview after my interview, pictures afterwards. Let's see here. So the cop, this is the interview. I'm going to try to add on the whole interview or whatever. You can go to historieshollywood.com video Teena Brandon interview. I don't have internet on this phone. I didn't even think about this part. I forgot I did this. But yeah, the cop, after he pulled your pants, this is the questioning. Like, you don't do this to a rape victim. And seeing you as a girl, what did he do? You sound really educated. After he pulled your pants down, and seen you as a girl, what did he do? I want to do this like freaking. And then he says, and then the cop continues, did he fondle you any? Like, it makes it sound like a dirty picture. I sound like an old person. And Brandon says no. Cop, he didn't fondle you any? Huh? Didn't that kind of amaze you? Doesn't that kind of get your attention somehow? That he would have put his hands in your pants and play with you a little bit? You were all half-assed drunk. I can't believe that if you pulled your pants down and you are a female, that he didn't stick his hand in you or his finger in you. Brandon, well, he didn't. See, cop, I can't believe he didn't. See, did he have a hard-on when he got back there or what? So this is graphic, you guys. B, I don't know, I didn't look. C, you didn't look? Did he take a little time working it up or what? Did you work it up for him? Brandon, no, I didn't. C, you didn't work it up for him? Brandon, no. C, then you think he had it worked up on his own or what? Brandon, I guess so. I don't know. C, you don't know? Did when he got in the back seat, you were already spread out back there ready for him, waiting on him? Brandon, no, I was sitting up when he got back there. See, and you had never had sex before? Brandon, no. See, how old are you? Brandon, 21. See, and if you're 21, you think you'd have trouble getting it in? See, also, why do you run around with girls instead of guys being you or a girl yourself? Brandon, why do I what? This doesn't make no sense. Why do you run around with girls instead of guys, being you're a girl yourself? B, I haven't the slightest idea. C, you haven't the slightest idea you go around kissing other girls? The girls that don't know about you? Things a second. You are a guy. Do you kiss them? B, Brandon, I have a sexual identity crisis. C, a what? B, I have a sexual identity crisis. You want to, and then the cop, you want to explain that? B, I don't know if I can even talk about it. Neeson, okay. So then that's the end of that one. So Neeson and Lauder, which I showed you a picture, you guys, before. I'm going to go in a minute. So, Neeson and Lauder. Classic douchebag looking people. Let's see here. But yeah, I'm going to go do my interview and I'm going to come back.